I'm here to talk about CSS and NPM combined together. It's probably going to be kind of quick. I'm okay with that. So, I guess to accept that NPM is for CSS, you first have to accept that NPM is great for front-end JavaScript, which it is. You can do it. It's a nice time. And it's nice for CSS as well. So that's what I'm here to tell you about. Oh. Excuse these awful line breaks. So the workflow is pretty simple. You're going to do npm install the CSS module, and then in your entry point CSS file, pretty much like Sass, import your CSS module, and then run your bundle script. So you can do this with things like Bootstrap, and that works. It's possible. It exists. But it's not super exciting to import that whole Bootstrap file. What would really be useful is if I could have, say, oh wait, no, go back. It'd be really useful to just import something like buttons. And I don't know even what the order of my slides are. And I'm just going to keep talking, and it'll be fine. So you may have noticed, there's that bundle CSS line. What even is that? So there's at least 3 tools that look for those import statements in your CSS files and compile all of the dependencies. Sheetify is the one that I've been using recently. If you've used Browserify, it's basically the same interface. Rework NPM is a plugin for rework, but there's also a rework npm-cli command line tool that works basically the same as Sheetify. And then Parcelify is a little bit different. It piggybacks on Browserify and is a plugin and kind of produces a CSS file as a side effect. But the thing that they all have in common is in package.json, you can put a style property and point it to your primary CSS file, and they recognize this. This is what they all are based on. And there are a few others that will work similarly. So that bundle CSS script is pretty easy using Sheetify. Take your entry point CSS file, the one with all the import statements, and write it to the bundle.css file. Oh yeah, I got out of order a little bit. So Bootstrap is nice if you want to have all the things that Bootstrap has, but I don't really want wells. What even are wells? Sometimes all I really want is button styles, just some really nice button styles. And that's all I really want from other people, and I can write the rest of the styles myself. So these are the main CSS projects that I've found so far that each one of those you can npm install that name, and it'll give you all of the different styles for each project. But also, you can do base CSS -grid, and it'll just give you the grid styles from there. Or you can do CSS kit -button, and it'll give you all the button styles from there. So it's really nice. You can mix and match, grab from each different project the things that you like best, so long as they go together. And you can do this with preprocessors. That's fine. You can do it. I often use, Alan was talking about CSS preprocessors a lot this morning. I don't have much to say about it, but I like using these ones because you can, pretend you're in the future. Or at least, I like the idea of using what functionality will exist in the future and ditching these tools later when they're not necessary, presumably. So here's an example of using Sheetify with CSS Next. Pipe in the output from Sheetify into CSS Next, and then write to that bundle CSS file. Publishing the CSS modules are pretty easy. You want that style property. And if you're using a preprocessor, it's really nice to have that style property point to the thing that's been processed. Right? Don't force somebody to use Sass or Stylus or CSS Next. Just give us the thing that's ready to use. But make those source files available so that if somebody is using Sass, they can quickly grab that and then use Sass to compile things after it's been bundled. With all those tools, you can do relative paths to get your local files. So what's sort of a real-world example? I often do something like this, normalize CSS, and then get base CSS grid, and then CSS kit is the thing that I made, which is, it's lying to you. It's not really a kit. It's got button styles and form styles. Just the things that I need. And then install the couple of dev dependencies. And file structure might look something like this. Index.css has importing the dependencies, importing the local files, and then this looks really similar to what I already showed you. Just bundle it all together. I made a really small module, just, handcrafted, special from Seattle, just for you. So right now you could do npm install pizza background, and then import the pizza background, and then run your bundle script, and make sure you have pizza on the element that you want to use it on as a class, and then you'll get something like that. That's all it does. One thing well. This was like 8 minutes. We're done. So hopefully, there's only a few people that are doing this approach on NPM with CSS, and I'd like for more of you to do it, because then I can use them. That'd be great.